All right, welcome back to the Unhindered podcast with Buck and Miller. We still don't have a catchy intro.
But if one of you wants to make one for us,
We'll
we
take
wouldn't
it.
be opposed.
Yeah, we'll take it. All right, this is episode 1.5, not quite 2, but we definitely already did one before this, so 1.5.
But it wasn't quite what we had planned. So.
No, we kind of felt inspired today, but before we dive into all that, I figured we'd do another Mad Minute. Hopefully it actually only lasts a minute.
A brief Mad Minute.
All right, so I've got a question for you.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
What is your deepest fear?
My biggest fear. Deepest fear. I guess I would say that my deepest fear is that what I do won't matter.
Yeah.
That I won't have an impact on someone's life. That I'm just here to do nothing. Because I want to be a positive influence on people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
So I think my biggest fear is just not accomplishing that goal of making a difference somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's deep.
My question's not quite as deep.
All right.
But this is
All
one
right.
of your first trips to Springfield with a semi-guide.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to ask you was, how do you feel about the Springfield phenomenon of horseshoes?
Horseshoes. Yeah. So when I came to Springfield, I literally thought horseshoes meant that we were going to go in the back and throw horseshoes in the pit and try to keep score. Then I go to this place called
Darcy's Pint.
Darcy's Pint. Shout out to you guys. That's where we went to. We said pint.
That's all right.
All right. Roll with it. But they served me this humongous burger with fries and cheese sauce on it.
Yeah, so essentially
They
what
call
it
it a horseshoe.
is it's Texas toast, so thick bread,
Yeah.
and then 2 hamburger patties, and then fries on top of that.
Yeah.
And then cheese sauce on top of that.
Yeah.
And you have to eat it with a fork.
I've had 2 so far,
And they are delicious.
and they're good.
So,
Anyway,
yeah.
getting back into that whole idea of wanting to matter in somebody's
Yeah.
life.
And speaking of food,
Oh,
we were
speaking of
eating
food.
today at our conference,
Yeah.
and we had a keynote speaker, Joe.
Joe.
He came in and he was talking to us, and it just made us both feel something.
Yeah.
And that's why we decided to do this episode.
Yeah, that's why we dubbed it 1.5. This is more, we're going to reflect on what we talked about today, that he brought up. He brought up the whole idea of, because I think we connected a lot with it because he brought up the idea of social media.
Right.
And really how to be kind of what he called a superhero using social media.
Right, and pointing out the positive things that people are
Yeah.
doing. Specifically talking about our school district and what are we doing to make our district positive.
Yeah.
So that we don't have those grumpy old people that are, well, this is how we've always done it.
Right.
And
That's one of the biggest things I've ever noticed. I think especially in the education world, if you use the line, we've always done it this way, that's usually not something good.
you're probably not going to last too long.
No.
We made some really good points about making an impact on a kid's life.
Yeah.
And, talking with parents and it being our school.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that really hit me was that it's our school. We do things together, not just Mr. Buck or Mr. Miller. It's
Right.
We are doing great things.
I mean, you can even open that up to more things than just a school, which is what really hit me. It's like, well, what if we all did this whole thing we call life together? And what if we did it all? And it wasn't just a bunch of individuals
Right.
trying to get by.
We support each other.
Yeah.
And in today's day and age, I feel like that's something that we as a society lack, is that we aren't there for each other.
Yeah.
We're not supporting each other. It's a lot of me, 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 me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to do what I want to do. I am going to take responsibility for me, if that, at times,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So I think just opening up and focusing on those big words of we and our,
Yeah.
and being positive about it really kind of
I mean, there's
struck a chord.
another phenomenal speaker that I've listened to and read his books and heard him before. I've heard him in person too. at an Advocare convention. His name's Andy Andrews. Okay, he brings up a lot of, and all my family out there are going to know exactly what I'm talking about. He brings up a big thing on how other people are literally your gateway to success. Other people give you opportunities to capitalize on. So if you shut yourself off from that and like decide that I want to do this whole thing alone, you've literally hindered your way of finding different ways to do things.
Right. I mean, how many of us can say that we got to where we are all on our own?
Right. Like, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody can.
Nobody.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you were born, therefore somebody had to watch over you.
Right. I mean,
you know, at some point in your life, you had somebody taking care of you.
Right.
So nobody can really say, I've done it all on my own.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, internships.
Yeah.
You know, coaching opportunities. Typically, it's because you know somebody or you've met somebody and put yourself in the right position.
Yeah.
And I think that's just as important as using those opportunities and not just letting them walk by.
Exactly. I mean, that's a big thing. I mean, just like what we brought up, you know, talking about some of the big influential people in our lives, you know, coaches. It's usually one of the big thing that comes up. Teachers.
Yeah.
Pardon all the noise. We are doing this podcast in somebody's house, so roll with it. All right. But I mean, bringing up like teachers and coaches. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's why we got into the education world to begin with. It didn't matter what we were teaching.
I mean, there are a handful of teachers that I can say really influenced me.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, or coaches. You know, you're going to meet one of my coaches tomorrow.
Yeah. That's right.
That had a huge impact on my life and why I coach.
Yeah.
And how I coach. And, you know, we were challenged to do that thing today where we were take out your cell phone and spend 30 seconds. Text somebody.
30 seconds, that's it.
30 seconds. Just text someone that made a difference in your life.
I mean, that's a big thing. Like, you really want to just make somebody's day. What we did today with this keynote speaker that made us want to do this. 30 seconds. Take 30 seconds and text somebody, connect with somebody, right? Everyone always got their phone on them, and literally just tell them, hey, thank you for getting me to where I am today.
Thank you for being a part of my life.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I texted my wife.
Yeah. I texted Buck.
You know, but you know, it's the people that stand by us in the hard times.
Oh yeah, that was, you know, what he was saying. What made it really bring it up is like with that whole we thing.
Yeah.
Was what really I think engaged us into when we need to talk about this for a little bit.
Yeah, and the people in our lives need to be the kind of people that are going to make us better.
Yeah.
Right? If you have people in your life that are constantly telling you that you suck, that life is horrible, you're never going to get anywhere, you don't need those people in your life.
They hinder you.
They hinder you.
Yeah.
Right? And we want to get rid of those things. We want to be positive. We want positive people in our lives.
Because, I mean, regardless if we think so or not, we do become what we're around.
Right.
As much as you know, as bullheaded as you think some of us may be, you know, I admit to it, I'm sure Buck will admit to it, we do become the sum of our habits and those we're around.
Yeah. I mean...
It's inevitable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we all have flaws. Right?
Oh, yeah.
And that's part of having a growth mindset.
Yeah.
Is recognizing your flaws and building on them.
Yeah.
Recognizing I am human. I am not perfect.
Yeah.
I never will be perfect.
Yeah.
Everyone has weaknesses. You're never strong at every single thing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's part of why some of us are such good friends, right? Because what I try to do is I find my friends are usually good at something I'm not good at. Right. So when we all get together, it's just one solid pack.
Yeah, so we balance each other out.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's not just the same, you know, the alpha. If you put a bunch of alphas together, they're just going to fight on.
Exactly. Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, everyone has strengths and weaknesses that we can play off of.
Yeah.
You know, that we mesh well with. And those are the kind of people that are going to make you better. They're going to make you stronger.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, if we both have the exact same weaknesses, we're not going to help each other.
Exactly.
You know, so we got to find people.
You got to find people that challenge you.
Yeah, and the other thing that amazes me is how often you think you are one way.
Oh yeah.
You know, you think, I'm an athlete.
Right.
That's what I am. But you branch out, you decide to branch out one day and try out for the musical.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden you've got a whole new group of friends that means something completely new to you.
Yeah.
You know, something completely different.
Yeah.
And diversifying your life and having friends in multiple places
It's huge.
makes your life better.
Yeah.
Does that mean they're all going to be your best friend?
No.
No. But, you know, learning different skills and different things from different people, because nobody in the world has the same life story as you.
Oh no. Yeah.
Because you are you. So be you.
Right. I mean, I
And
think
make
that's
other
a good.
people better.
You know, to kind of wrap it up. That's the big thing. You know, just wanted to take a minute and say, it's cool to be you, right?
Yeah.
Guys?
But you and me make this whole world a better place.
You and you and you and me make we.
We. And this is our world.
And we're just living in it.
Our school. Our community. Our nation.
Oh yeah. Preach.
Wonderful nation.
Wonderful nation. So again, I apologize if there's any background noise. We are being hosted in someone else's house. And we're just...
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Thanks, Mom and Dad. Shout out to the Bucks. Thanks for housing me and feeding me. Again, you know, comment, subscribe, like, share.
Wherever that button is, we think it's down.
We think it's down. Okay, I thought it was up here, but I was told it was down. I thought the like button and comments were down.
Comments are down. Apparently subscribe's down too.
Down too.
We're figuring it out.
We're figuring it out. As you can see, we're still rolling with it.
Video
All right?
number 2.
Video number 2, 1.5.